She took my strength within minutes. She took my life within the hour. She had drained me like a fevered moon that saps the spinning world. The days went by like shadows. The minutes wheeled like stars. She had taken the pity from my heart, and she would turn it into smiles. She was a hunk of sculpture's clay, and my secret thoughts were fingers. They flew behind her pensive brow, lining them deep with pain. You know, I set the lips, I sagged her cheeks, and her eyes drooped with sorrow. But my soul had entered into the clay, fighting like seven devils, and it wasn't mine, and it wasn't hers, but she held it. And its struggles, it modeled a face that she had hated, and a face that I feared to see. And so I beat the windows and I shook the bolts. I had me in a corner. And she died. She haunted me. She haunted me for life.
Together in this grave lies Benjamin Patier, attorney at law, and Nidge, his dog, constant companion, solace, and friend. Down the grave road, like friends, children, men, and women, passing one by one out of life, till they left me alone with Nidge for companionship, solace, and comrade a drink. In the morning of life, I saw aspiration and saw glory. The she who survived me snares my soul, with the snares which bleeds me to death, forcing me to live with Nidge in a back of a room in a dingy office.
I am Minerva, the village poetess, hooted at, yeared at by the yahoos of the street, for my heavy body, crooked eye, and rolling walk. And all the more where Butch Weldy captured me after a brutal hunt and left me to my fate with Dustin Mayer. And I sank into death, growing numb from my feet up, like one stepping deeper and deeper into a stream of ice. Can someone go to the village newspaper and gather into a book the verses I wrote? I thirst so for love, I hunger so for life.
No other man, unless it was Doc Hill, did more for the people in this town than I. No, the weak, the halt, the improvident, and those who could not pay, they flocked to me. I was good-hearted, easy Dr. Myers. I was healthy, happy, blessed in comfortable fortune, blessed with a congenial mate, all of my children raised, wedded, and doing well in the world. And then one night, Minerva, the poetess, came to me in her trouble crying. I tried to help her out. She died. They indicted me. The newspapers disgraced me. My wife perished of a broken heart, and pneumonia finished me.
went up and down the streets, here and there, by day and night, through all hours of the night, caring for the poor who were sick. Do you know why? My wife, she hated me. My son went to the dogs, and I turned to the people and poured out my love to them. Sweet it was to see the crowds about the lawns on the day of my funeral and hear them murmur their love and sorrow. But oh dear God, my soul trembled, scarcely able to hold on to the railing of the new life when I saw Em Stanton behind the oak tree, hiding herself and her grief.
We quarreled that morning, for he was 65 and I was 30, and I was nervous and heavy with the child, whose birth I dreaded. I thought over that last letter written me by that estranged young soul, whose betrayal of me I had concealed by marrying the old man. And then I took morphine and sat down to read. Across the blackness that came over my eyes, I still see the flickering light of the words, even now. And Jesus said unto him, Verily, I say unto thee, today thou shalt be with me in paradise.
Well, Emily Sparks, your prayers are not wasted. Your love was not all in vain. I owe whatever I was in life to your hope that would not give me up, to your love that saw me still as good. Dear Emily Sparks, let me tell you the story. I passed the effect of my father and mother. The milliner's daughter made me trouble, and out I went in the world where I passed through every peril known of wine and women and joy of life. One night, I was drinking wine with a black-eyed coquette, and the tears swam into my eyes. She thought they were amorous tears and smiled for thought of her conquest over me. But my soul was 3,000 miles away in the days when you taught me the Spoon River. And even though you no more could love me, nor pray for me, nor write me letters, the eternal silence of you spoke instead. And the black-eyed coquette took the tears for hers, as well as the deceiving kisses I gave her. But somehow, from that hour, I realized I had a new vision. Dear Emily Sparks,
Where is my boy? My boy? In what far part of the world? The boy I loved best of all in the school? I, the teacher, the old maid, the virgin heart, who made them all my children. Did I know my boy right, thinking of him as a spirit of flame, active, ever aspiring? Oh, boy for whom I've prayed and prayed in many a watchful hour at night. Do you remember the letter I wrote you? Of the beautiful love of Christ, and whether you ever took it or not? My boy, wherever you are, work for your soul's sake, that all the clay of you and all of the dross of you may yield to the fire of you, till the fire is nothing but light. Nothing but light.
My name used to be in the papers daily as having dined somewhere or traveled somewhere or rented a house in Paris where I entertained the nobility. I was forever eating or traveling or taking the cure at Baden-Baden. But now I'm here to do honor to Spoon River here beside the family whence I sprang. No one cares now where I dined or lived or whom I entertained or how often I took the cure at Baden-Baden.
Have you seen a man with downcast eyes and a haggard face? That, by secret cruelty, is my husband, who robbed me of my youth and my beauty, until at last I rankled with yellow teeth and broken pride and shameful humility. I sunk into my grave. But what you think you gnaws at my husband's heart? The face of what I was? The face of what he made me? These are the tears that drives him to the place where I lie. Therefore in death I am avenged.
I know he told that I snared his soul with a snare which bled him to death. And most of the men loved him. Most of the women paid him. But suppose you are a lady with delicate taste and loathe the smell of whiskey and onions. The rhythm of Wordsworth's ode runs in your ears. Repeating bits of the common thing till morning and night. Oh, why should the mortal spirit be proud? Suppose you are a woman well endowed. Every time, the only man with whom law and morality permit you to have marital relation is the very man that fills you with disgust. Every time you think of it, what you think of it, every time you see him. That's why I drove him away with his dog in the dingy room in the back of his office.